"It is," he said. Written and performed by Gabriel and Elizondo. She felt his chest rise with his breath as he slept in their king-size bed at the International. The hum of the AC kept her company as she mused over what all of this meant. The way he loved her was such an open and gentle consideration, revealed so much that she had kept hidden from the rest of the world. He shifted, turned to his left, and wrapped his arm around her before pulling her close to him in his sleep. She nuzzled his chest, and he sighed with a cute smile in his sleep. With all his freedoms, he was single, no children, no corporate career keeping him from traveling the world on a whim. He could love her with such an abundance, and did so unwaveringly. She was forced to love him in silence, a type of muted joy that pressed up against the inside of her lips. She felt the unspoken passion well up inside her mind as she made the kids breakfast, readied herself for the day, or while her husband rambled aimlessly about the guys at the office during dinner. A moment flashed in her mind of her naked body in the mirror after she got out of the hotel shower the night before. Her hips had widened with her second child, more than she could remember. Her breasts weren't the firm, supple pair she prided herself on in college. Her hair was cut in the same stylized profile of any other soccer mom, and her eyes looked tired. She felt his powerful arms squeeze her gently in his sleep. As she breathed in his scent, it traveled through her lungs and into her blood. She held her breath in an attempt to keep his scent inside her, yet exhaled slowly, savoring him through her senses once again. She could feel his naked hips against her own. The warmth that emitted from between his legs called her thighs, and she reveled in the intimacy of his body's touch against her own. Over dinner the night before, she admired his dark features between several glasses of red wine in the sunset. The mist from the ocean lingered in the air with a humidity that seemed to lightly coat her skin in moisture. She had laughed so much, her abs were sore, and she'd forgotten about herself entirely. He held her hand almost the entire time they were seated at their table on the balcony. It was a sweet sentiment, but in the way he explored her hands with his index finger, she realized it was no simple gesture on his part. It was as though he were trying to memorize every detail of her palm, every crevice between her fingers. He meant every caress. And was it okay to be loved in such a way, when neglect had taken her life without warning? When the routines overpowered adorations, and the sense of security in suburbia washed away the thrill of pursuing her dreams? Was it okay to be loved in such a way, when neglect had taken her life without warning? "It is," he said. He stirred and kissed her cheek. He pulled her on top of him with ease, and as she felt him slide inside of her, she refused to argue with his love.